7 minutes on the board. It's one back for Kite. He'll turn it back to his own zone, and the Gargoyles take it first. Patrick Newell racing with speed. He's got Gore on the right. Gore from the wing to Newell. He scores! The overtime game winner! And the Gargoyles have it. The first win in the First Horizon Coliseum for the inaugural season. It's Gagnon through center, blowing a tire is Erdahl. Now a 5-on-3 into the zone. Weiss has it in the slot. Space to work for. He scores! Let the Bears fly! Tyler Weiss goals in back-to-back and maybe the most memorable of his career. It's teddy bear toss time. Racing back the other way as the top line flippered across. Osmondson, huge save by Quap. Oh, he flashed the leather and it's a glove stop. Richardson has time up the right wing. Richardson a move and a rebound. He scores! Ryan Richardson cuts the lead back to 1. His 5th goal this season in 17:07 to go in the third. It's 3-2. The Gargoyles have life. Onside with Biondi. Gagnon shoots. Scores! Gagnon, second of the game, and the Gargoyles back ahead by 2. It's 3-1. Gargoyles turn it over, a shorthanded bid coming backdoor feed. Unbelievable stop by Quap. A rebound, and he's got it again. Now off the draw, here goes Kuzma. One-on-one against Lincoln Hatton. Kuzma 6'6". His first professional fight. He's got Hatton with the helmet off. Kuzma starting to throw him. He's pinned against the penalty box door. Right in front of the Gargoyles bench now. Hatton down to a knee. Kuzma feeding a couple of lefts. Still going at him, and the fans love it. We're live in the Harding-Mazzotti Arena, Glens Falls, New York, and a tie 0-0 start to this one. 12:23 left, first period. Gargoyles have had hefty offensive zone pressure, opposite of last night where they only saw 5 first period shots on goal, and they've almost eclipsed that mark already just 8 minutes in. It's Campbell from the Thunder offensive end. He'll work it to the circle. It's intercepted now by Fairmouth, trying to work out of the zone. Good work defensively by Patrick Grasso. But again, it's Fairmouth who finds it in offensively. Backhanded by Rask. Rebound comes out to Fairmouth. He swung it towards the crease, but it was scooped up and skated away by Sean Olsen. Olsen backhands around the check of Zins, but it's turned north by Borshov. Grasso able to win it back once again. Zins ties him up, and Fairmouth will skate it free on the far wing. 11:25 to go, first period. It's Rinaldi. Shot! Score! Goals in back-to-back games. Anthony Rinaldi gives the Gargoyles a 1-0 lead with 11:21 to go in the first period. He tied things up to make it 2-2 late in the second period yesterday. This one a big one to get the Gargoyles on the board first. Greensboro is 9-6-4 with the opening goal, and their lone win against Adirondack came in the same fashion when they topped the Thunder 4-1 back at the First Horizon Coliseum on January 23rd. This is the 4th matchup between the two sides. In the skates of Zins, now played through former Thunder member Greg Smith. Smith had 2 goals in that 4-1 win when Greensboro topped the Thunder to open affiliation weekend. Down to 11 minutes left, first period. Byro looks back to the blue line. Zins waiting there. His shot off a blocker. It's fed low for Smith. Him and Ryan Richardson go to work, but the puck up into the netting below the glass. And we'll try again from the offensive zone with 10:43 left here in the first period. Well, last night the Gargoyles fought valiantly in a 4-3 loss. Matt Salhaney for the Thunder had 2 third period goals to give the Thunder a 4-2 edge. The Gargoyles were shorthanded late. Salhaney got the fourth of the Adirondack goals on the power play with just outside of 3 minutes remaining. Gargoyles would pull Ruslan Ajayev with just inside 2 minutes left on the clock. Found a late power play extra attacker goal with 24.7 seconds and gained the offensive zone off the draw, but time was just not enough. And it would wind down, and here we go. It's Bryce Montgomery against Diamond Hands Daniel Amesbury. From the left wing corner of the defensive zone, Montgomery feeding him up against the glass. The two will tango over to the right wing dot. Now Amesbury feeding a couple. And he takes Montgomery down. The toughest guy in the league runs down the bench like he's scored a goal. He doesn't have a point in his 12th game of the season, but he sure can fight. And it's Bryce Montgomery who goes toe-to-toe with him. The two bark back and forth, setting that one up during warm-ups. And it comes with 10:28 to go in the first period, and the entire Gargoyle side coming across to dap Montgomery up and show some respect. Montgomery had the early advantage. He pinned Amesbury up against the glass. Amesbury pushing him back towards the circle and started flinging rights. And he caught him on the button, and Montgomery just lost his footing down in the right circle. So a 5-minute rest for Bryce Montgomery. Defensive zone draw. It's tied up as we stay 5-on-5. Nelson across the red line as he dumps it down and in. 10:15 to go, period one. The Gargoyles with a 1-0 lead, and that amplified by a Bryce Montgomery fight to get the crowd back in this one. Skelly swings at one as Tag Bertuzzi chases down low. He'll work it up top for Hansel. The pass missed the mark though, and now it's Weiss tagging up a stick. Blowing a tire was Nelson through center. 3-on-2 come the Thunder, and the shot wide of the right post. Now McLean trying a wrap chance. He's got it to the circle. Fed low. Bertuzzi delays and shoots. He scores. Bertuzzi's shot in the top left corner ties the game 1-1 with 9:43 to go. It was a soft touch pass from the left circle and able to find Bertuzzi at the bottom, and he just changed the angle, delaying on top of the crease. He waited for Quap to bite, found some space near side, and able to go shelf up over the right shoulder on Quap. And we got a tie game again. Biondi on the drop, he plays it across for Zins. This is touched for Bertuzzi, flown high for Borshov. Now banked out, it'll be chased by Gore as it pulls up left wing circle. Biondi plays it into skates. Now Gagnon fighting through pressure. Worked around Borshov, centers to the slot. Biondi will wait. He's got Zins, great pass. Gagnon shoots, rebound, just missed. Now shot, score! Biondi follows it up. He swings it low, and the shot goes 5-hole. The Gargoyles a quick answer within the minute. And back ahead, it's 2-1. Blake Biondi, 5 points in the last 5 games. He's got his 5th as a Gargoyle. The rebound just missed Gore. Biondi found it on the backhand. He fed it through all kinds of traffic in front, and there was 5 bodies in front of Brodeur. No chance to see that one coming, and it works perfectly in the favor of Greensboro. Grasso now plays up the left. Campbell will pull up, but he's offsides as the whistle comes.
Carolina hockey fans, welcome to Affiliation Weekend. The Gargoyles are ready for their series against the Adirondack Thunder, and it's time now for tonight's Capital Auto Group keys to the game. The first is getting the lead early. The Gargoyles are 2-0 in 2026 when they've scored first. They have points in 11 of the 14 games that they found the first goal. That early lead is going to be critical to finding success. Next is playing with urgency. There's 38 games remaining in this season. If the Gargoyles want to keep their hopes alive of a playoff push, they're going to have to win between 23 and 25 of those to find the mark. With that, they're going to need physicality tonight, and that's where I'm calling on all of you. Let's channel that Carolina culture and make the First Horizon Coliseum the new loudest house. Let's go, Gargoyles! Well, the bison is something that you idolize and have plastered all over. You've got a huge skull in your office. I think something that the Gargoyles could take away as well, thinking about embracing the fight. Tell us the story of the bison for the fans who haven't heard you explain it.
Yeah, well, the bison, that big skull that I have in my office hanging there, truthfully means a lot to me. The bison is the only animal, if a big storm's coming, it doesn't matter if it's minus 57 out, they're not going to run away from the storm. They'll either sit there and stand there and take the storm head on, or they'll walk right through it, where most animals will kind of run for cover. It's a little bit cold here, but this animal just goes right through it.
Well, Coach, it's something you've done, and that's why I bring it up, because we've called you many names. You go by Rambo, sometimes Torpedo. I've called you my roommate, and I brought a gift. Because today, instead of Rambo, you are the Bison.
Oh, I like it.
And you have some exciting news to share.
Yeah, I got the word yesterday. I finished my last cycle of chemo. I believe it was the 21st of December. And then had an MRI on Monday, and met with the doctor yesterday, and we are stopping chemo, and it's been a grind.
From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, grew up with 5 brothers. All of them played hockey, and I'm assuming trying to be like Sidney Crosby. So walk me through your development, what got you into the game, and what brought you to Greensboro.
Both your parents are high-level athletes, and talk about the impact that they had on your athletic career. Now, you're drafted by the Carolina Hurricanes. Your brother also an NHL draft pick with the Ottawa Senators. And what was that relationship like, both of you making it to the elite level?
As we promised, we'll close off this episode with a little bit of world language, and teach me a go-to phrase that I can use when I walk into the locker room in Russian.
I think you should say "Davai, davai."
Davai, davai, and that means
Let's go, let's go.
Let's go, and let's go Gargoyles. Boris, thanks for joining us here on the couch with Casey.
Thank you for having me.